Welcome to our Africa Tech segment. As most of tech lovers out there know by now, webcasting is a huge tool being used by companies of all sizes in a bid to expand the reach and impact of key meetings and messages, of course. With the rise in live streaming, personal brands have also started making use of this medium to connect better with their target audience. We saw an example on the above in March last year when Periscope, that's a Twitter-owned company, went public. Now this month, Facebook has followed suit by releasing their own native live streaming, the feature globally. But for now, it's early stage and only available in the United States. Well, there's a lot more concern in this, and joining us on the program is a social media consultant, John Obidi. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, well, I'm sure it's such an exciting realization that this is happening at this time. What does live streaming mean to online brands anyway?
Well, this is really great for personal brands, especially because for some time now, personal brands have been using this as a means to reach their target audience in a different and a more flavorable way. Now, some years ago, people were used to just watching videos on demand. But right now, with Periscope and what they've done the past year, people have begun to expect seeing people show up live. And when personal brands show up live to their audiences, it's a lot more engaging, and they're able to communicate with their constituencies in a much more engaging fashion. So that's what live streaming has been able to bring, especially to personal brands.
Is it, well, we talk about online, but businesses that are not online, how else can they make use of this live streaming? For instance, when you have your structure on ground, how can they key into this and utilize it?
Well, the barrier to entry is very low thanks to the platforms that are coming out. We talked about Periscope, which is available to everyone. Facebook Live has been around for a while, but they just released it this month to the whole world, not just the United States. So all you need right now is a mobile phone with an internet connection, and you can start broadcasting live. And that's why it's so wonderful, because you don't need to be a broadcasting house or broadcasting studio or a news network to go live with your own channel. You can just get your phone and start giving value to your online community.
Well, as I read, it said Facebook's release is early. It's just in the United States for now. But when
oh no, it's actually all over the world.
All over the world.
Yes.
But so when, for instance, here in Nigeria, I mean, how can we tap into this opportunity?
Well, the adoption is rolling out slowly, but a lot of Nigerians have already started using it. I think a few blogs have started turning their content into live video to explore the benefits of this platform. But this has been around for a while, at least on Periscope. Facebook just joined the fray now, and with Facebook joining the live streaming industry, it's even much more beneficial to brands, because a lot of brands have Facebook fan pages, they have Facebook groups, and maybe you have a lot of friends on Facebook. You've already built an audience on Facebook. Adding the live streaming functionality there just makes it easier for you to reach those people that are now members of your audience.
All right, so what opportunities are available in the space?
Oh, a lot of opportunities, like I said before, personal brands, right? And if you're trying to build authority in the field, you're trying to establish yourself as an authority in a given field, live streaming has made it easier than ever now, because now all you have to do is set up your equipment and begin to talk about what you do, and people from all over the world can see you and actually pay you for your services.
Right, that's excellent. So what, for instance, if someone was maybe doing a 9-to-5 and wanted to explore business opportunities, how do you get the time to do it?
Well, thankfully, it's a 24/7 thing, and the audience on these live streaming platforms are global, so they exist in different time zones. So you could even be live streaming at 8, and those who could not catch the live stream can still get the replay, right? But the thing that we are tapping into here is the engagement, because you are live and people can say, hey, like just the way we're live right here. Imagine us like live streaming this on our platform. People are asking questions and we're responding to them real time. It helps build that know, like, and trust factor so much faster. So anyone even having a 9 to 5, 6 to 8 is a good time, even for the Nigerian audience. For the diaspora, you would still be catching them at prime time. But those who miss out on the live broadcast can catch the replay on demand. So everybody can be a player in this.
Now that the live streaming is actually available on Facebook, is it much easier to execute, do you think?
Yes, it is a whole lot easier. Now, previously, it only existed for the most part on Periscope. And people had issues on building an audience on Periscope. You just have 3 followers, 5 followers. It used to be an issue.
Is this a popularity thing? How much more maybe popular Facebook is than Periscope?
Well, not really. The thing is that Periscope is owned by Twitter.
Yeah,
but
okay.
Facebook, before getting into the live streaming business, have perfected the art of building communities. Twitter is not so big on communities. It's more like a broadcast tool. And so when they brought out Periscope, it function in the same way. But with Facebook, people already have communities. If you're on Facebook, you have friends on Facebook. Those are already members of your audience. So anybody right now on Facebook already has some measure of audience, and reaching them is so much easier now with Facebook Live as opposed to Periscope, which is harder to build a community around.
Right. Are there any risks for businesses using this live stream?
Well, I wouldn't say there are any tangible risks, but the only thing is that you cannot edit because it's live, and so your mistakes are shown to the world. It's not like on-demand video. You can say, oh, you know what, we made some mistakes, let's edit, let's cut here and there. It's just out there live. So I think the only way to mitigate that is just practice, practice, practice. I have been doing live streaming for a while, and of course it gets a bit shaky at the beginning, but as you perfect it, you get used to appearing live on camera. And even for people who are trying to become public speakers and better public speakers, I think it's a very good way to have training wheels.
With the kind of internet infrastructure that we have here in Nigeria, which we still have a few problems in here, where do you see us going with this in the next couple of years?
Well, it is true that we've had some challenges with internet infrastructure in Nigeria, but it is vastly improving. We have a lot of players coming into the game right now, and they're releasing a whole lot of products and packages. I remember when this other service came into Nigeria, Netflix, right? People thought, oh, how are we going to access Netflix?
I was thinking the same thing.
How are we going to access Netflix?
The other day, because I know that it was when I was in the US, it was really lovely. I said, how am I going to do that here in Nigeria?
Yes. You know, but not too long after Netflix came out, some of the telcos saw that, oh, Netflix, let us create a product just for Netflix, and so people have started going into that. So the same thing for live streaming, right? It may seem challenging, but people are still finding ways. With the infrastructure we have now, people are still going live. I am going live. A lot of my other peers are going live, and more people are joining the fray. And the infrastructure is not that debilitating. It's just that right now in Nigeria is more like location based. So you have one network that is very good in maybe Ikeja or in Lagos, another one is good in an area. So just finding the network that is best where you are and finding a way to get live. There's always a way.
Oh, thank you. I enjoyed that. Thank you so much, John Obidi, social media commentator, or consultant rather, talking to us on that. Thank you. Okay. We're still talking about technology on our Africa Tech segment, and in this exclusive interview with Channels TV Tech Trends team, the Minister of Communications has been sharing his views on e-governance. Mr. Adebayo Shitu explained that when it comes to technology, the ministry is committed to the development of ICT and telecommunications infrastructure of the country. He further revealed that plans are ongoing to implement and actualize the e-governance system.
My ministry is taking the bull by the horn by, for instance, creating target deadlines. And we are starting with the ministry. The ministry, by the grace of God, within the next 3 months, we want to digitalize all our operations such that there will no more be the need for paper documentation. Everything will be done online. Of course, the challenge of electricity is there, but we will try to, look at how best to achieve result in that. After our own 3 months, the next 6 months we will, we would also, persuade other ministries and departments to key into it and to also imitate what we must have achieved. And then it go on and on and on like that.
more on that exclusive interview, do watch Tech Trends on Saturday, 5:30 p.m. Well, that's it on Network Africa today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Joker Rogers. Bye for now.